Hi guys and welcome back to some Call of Duty on my channel. Not only have I not uploaded this game in 3 or 4 years, I haven't played this game in 3 or 4 years. Black Ops 2 was the last game I actually played or put any time into, and that was a long time ago, and I have to say it reflects massively in my ability to play Call of Duty. During this live beta, I was not particularly brilliant. It also didn't help that I didn't play the beta very much. I was unfortunately working pretty much the whole of this last weekend, which ruined my chances of only playing the beta. I got a few hours played in. Unfortunately, I didn't get any full games or any particularly brilliant games, so I've just sort of added a few little clips together to give you my thoughts and opinions on the beta so far. So here we go. So let's start out with the things that I really liked about the beta, and number one on that list is boots back on the ground in Call of Duty. I hated the whole flying around, space jumping, sliding everywhere. I did not enjoy it in the slightest. I can't really emphasize how much I hated that, which was part of the reason that I've steered away from Call of Duty over the last couple of years. So I am so happy to see that Call of Duty is returning to boots on the ground. I think it's a really positive move, and hopefully it'll be really popular, and maybe the game will actually keep going for more than a couple months into its life cycle. Another positive for me is the era the game is set in. Now I know that might sound a little bit dark, but let me clarify myself. The first games that I sort of really started playing on the consoles, on PC, were games that were set in this time period, being Battlefield 1942, CoD 2, and Medal of Honor. I love those games, and those are the sort of, they brought me into the realm of first-person shooters. So I'm really happy to see a game returning back to that style again. I know Battlefield 1 did do that as well, but I meant more the arcade shooters. That's what those sort of games were more, and I'm really excited to play this game a little bit more. Hopefully I will be able to do this in this upcoming weekend of the open beta on the PC, PS4 and Xbox this weekend, and hopefully with this next weekend they're going to add in some of those iconic weapons like the Tommy gun, the MP40, the Sten gun, etc, etc. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands and playing on those guns, and it's amazing how much you'll pick up, just sort of subliminally. You'll learn a bit of history about each of these time periods just from playing these games. I know it's not going to be they're not hugely accurate. I mean, it's an arcade shooter, it's not going to be 100% accurate on these things, but you will pick up little bits of history that are actually based in fact, so you do learn a little bit from playing Call of Duty as well. And I like that. I like learning little things about them. Another positive that I've got from this beta was the game pacing. I know it's a little bit slower than we've seen in some previous Call of Duties, but I quite like that. I think if with a slightly slower time to kill, it gives you the chance to actually outplay people a little bit more. When you've got a really fast time to kill and you die ridiculously quickly, I don't feel that you can kind of outplay another player as easily as you can when you've got slower time to kill. So I'm really looking forward, and hopefully it's going to end up being quite cool, and we might actually get to see some really good gunplay in this game. So I'm really hopeful for that. Next up, unfortunately, is a few little negatives I picked from the beta. The weapon balance seems a little bit off. There's a couple of weapons that stand out as really powerful. I don't know whether this is because we've got such a limited selection of them, but I do feel the STG-44 and the Type 100 in both respective of the ARs and the SMGs are very, very powerful, and I think maybe just taking rapid fire away from both of these weapons would balance them out a little bit more, but it could be just we have got such a small sort of selection of only sort of 3 of each of the weapons that they just make themselves look a lot better, and maybe when we get access to every single weapon in the game, they might not seem quite as powerful. But I do feel that maybe rapid fire on those weapons might be a little bit too much, but we shall have to wait and see. Next up, I do feel the sniper rifles are a little bit too powerful. I think if you're a good sniper, which I'm not, you could absolutely wreck everyone everywhere. So I'm going to have to wait and see when more people jump on and we get a few more snipers jumping into the game, how it actually plays out. But I do feel they could be a little bit too powerful. Next up for me was the maps themselves. I love Point to Hocht. I thought it was a great map. You had a great balance between long range, close range. You could use pretty much every weapon on it, and you could do well on it. It wasn't sort of limited to you're only going close quarters or you're only doing long range, which I did feel was a little bit more with the snow map. It was a much more long range map. I know you want a bit of diversity, but I think with a 6v6 game mode, you just didn't see people enough. There was too much time between each gunfight. So hopefully maybe with Ground War that will be rectified on that map. And then Gibraltar, I just didn't enjoy at all. I felt it was too head glitchy, too channel. You're sort of set into this one route, and I just didn't enjoy the map. But if they only make one map in a game that I don't enjoy, they're doing well. Anyway guys, this is coming to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye for now. Bye.